Good afternoon and welcome to Ogun State Television for news at 2. I am Tiwala Defasa and you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and on YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta and on Ogtv website at www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogtv, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now the news and details. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, are meeting with the federal government to discuss the ongoing strike. SANU Vice President Abdul Sobiu Salam confirmed that the union received an official invitation from the federal government on Wednesday night. The unions on the GAC began an indefinite strike on Monday due to 4 months of unpaid salaries, leading to a shutdown of universities' activities nationwide. SANU National President Mohammed Ibrahim noted that top university officials, including vice-chancellors, bosses and registrars, also had not been paid, for the impact in university operations. The Ogun State government has commiserated with the family of Monday Arijo, a student at Obada Grammar School who reportedly died on Friday last week after being subjected to corporal punishment by a teacher in the school. The delegation, led by the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arugbabu, was the second government team to pay a condolence visit to the family. Governor's Office Correspondent Yusuf Gani report.
The delegation of Ogun State government, led by the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arugbabu, visited the family of Monday Arijo, who reportedly died after being subjected to corporal punishment by a teacher at Obada Grammar School, Idiemi, in Imekwa for local government area. Arugbabu, while condoling with the parent, assured them that the state government will continue to monitor and hand out sanctions to teachers who are found culpable of administering corporal punishment to students under their care, noting that teachers should always endeavor to follow the rules of the game. Speaking on behalf of the family, Mr. Abdul Latif Oduton noted that the family is not interested in a legal battle with the state government, but expects that it will do all in its power to ensure that such an incident does not happen again anywhere in the state. Professor Arigbabu, after visiting the family of the deceased, sounded a note of warning to teachers in the state-owned primary and secondary schools to desist from administering corporal punishment on pupils and students under their care.
What government has done is also to set up a committee to look into the remote causes and all other circumstances that surrounds what has happened, because whenever anything happens, the most important thing is for us to be able to learn from a particular situation, not only about Obada Grammar School, but also how do we extend and extrapolate whatever we have seen into other schools, and also how do we incorporate this into the training that we continue to give our teachers, even those of them that are in service, and by extension even to those that are in service, because all these type of things, when they happen and you don't go into it and actually examine properly, you are not likely to be able to get the benefit of using the knowledge or the experience gained from it in other situations.
The commissioner also urged teachers to continue to display a high level of maturity and professionalism, adding that there are other ways of enforcing discipline rather than corporal punishment.
Teachers, in as much as we wouldn't want to discourage them from doing their work, but we want them to do it in accordance with the rules of the game, and that's what we are saying. We have said this is the type of environment we want for these children, and this is the way we want teachers to conduct themselves and comport themselves in schools. So let us just play by the rules of the game. You see, don't let us be discouraged that when you legislate against something, you still see some people doing it. The most important thing is for us to continue to monitor and also to hand out sanctions whenever we find anybody culpable. That is the most important. And that's why this one, we are not taking it lightly. we have taken all necessary steps to unravel whatever surround this particular situation, so that we will be able to learn, all of us, teachers, parents, teachers, principals, even government, everybody will learn from this situation. And that's why we are going into the root cause. By the governors actually said a high-powered investigation team should look into this, while the police is also doing their own, on the other hand.
Meanwhile, a post-mortem is being conducted by the Federal Medical Center, FMC Abeokuta, on the late student to determine the cause of his death. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has assured people of the state that the 2025 budget will give adequate consideration for their basic needs while targeting all-round development of the state. Governor Abiodun stated this during his citizen engagement meetings held in Ogun West Senatorial District as part of preparation for the 2025 budget. The engagement, which was held at Frontier Hotel in Ilaro, had in attendance royal fathers, community leaders, women groups and associations, among others.
Abiodun, represented by the State Commissioner for Finance, Dapo Okubadejo, at the meetings, told the people that his administration was irrevocably committed to participatory and all-inclusive government and budgeting, adding that the purpose of the meeting was to interact with the representatives of various towns and communities to articulate their needs for inclusion in the 2025 budget.
Our administration recently approved the construction and rehabilitation of the following roads: reconstruction of the Bible College Road Altar and the construction of Afon Palace, Adeokuta Ibara Road, Ilewa from local government area. Our administration is dedicated to enhancing rural infrastructure as a vital component of economic growth and development. To improve our rural accessibility and boost agricultural productivity, we are constructing 64.01 kilometers of rural roads in select local government areas, including the Yewa Division.
The State Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Olaolu Olabimton, said the current administration in the state remain committed towards consolidating on global best practices by accommodating some key input gathered during the town hall meetings across all the 4 divisions of the state.
Accountable leadership, enhanced productivity and connectivity, enhanced value chain, equity and enhanced human capital development, healthcare facilities for all Ogun citizens, enhanced ease of doing business, and peaceful coexistence.
Royal fathers, community leaders, women groups, artisans, religious leaders, with youths not left out, one after the other, submitted their input.
Out from the farms, they need to go to the roads. So we are begging that most of the rural roads needs attention.
The uncompleted road from Imashai to Ayetoro, from Abeokuta to Igbogila, from Ijaleketu to Igbokofi, and from Ayetoro, Ijakasale, Ijakaoke, especially the bridge across the Yewa.
Ogun State Head of Service, Kehinde Onosonya, appreciated the initiative, saying the state is in safe haven with such engagements.
Inputs and robust feedbacks are basic ingredients of a focused and qualitative governance. You will have observed that the inclusive approach to governance of this administration is legendary. So what we are seeing here at play is people-oriented governance in the making.
Responding to the request of the people, the State Commissioner for Finance, Abeokuta, said the budget will be a legacy of hope, financial stability, fiscal prudence, and drastic reduction in poverty by strengthening all regulatory and institutional frameworks that are crucial to the preservation of the state's rich cultural, financial, and historical heritage.
Laying of asphalt is commenced on Ikenne-Ayekwe Road as Ogun State Government intensified effort at making more roads motorable, while the contractor handling the project was commended for the quality of work being executed. Ogtv News crew who visited the project report that the socio-economic life of the people have started witnessing a positive turnaround, but the little progress so far been recorded. Matthew Showome completes the report.
As sons and daughters of Ikenne in Ikenne local government converge for another socio-cultural celebration, the carnival will no doubt be celebrated in a grand style as the town is witnessing a major turn around with the construction of the major road running through the local government headquarters.
So the asphalt laying for now is going to stop at 400 kilometer. And we are in a rush because of the Ereke Day that they have, so that they can be able to make use of it for now. So before we now be able to continue on the sub-base of the other ones. So that's why we see we are on asphalt laying for now.
The name of the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who made a promise to reconstruct the road during the last celebration, will no doubt be in the mind of everyone as we celebrate another Ereke Day festival. Some indigenes believe Governor Abiodun's leadership style is a good template worthy of emulation.
And it's a good one from our governor. We appreciate him, and we want to say he should keep it up. I don't know that we can have a wider road like this. I grew up here and I can see the one on the middle. That's the only one that I even thought that's the end of the road. But now that we can see it now, that new things are coming to it.
We thank God for the new development because it's going to benefit the whole community. It used to be a very bad road before. But with this new development from the government, I think it's welcome.
Another demonstration of the determination of the current administration to spread developments to every part of the state. Matthew Showome, Ogtv News.
Residents and property owners in several communities in Isheri have been told to stop putting the blame of the perennial flooding in the communities on Oyo Dam, but rather see it as the saving grace in preventing the areas built on the floodplain from being submerged by water. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Ogun-Osun River Basin Development Authority, under whom the management of Oyo Dam lies, Engineer Adedeji Ashiru, made this clarification while leading other management of the authority for a town hall meeting with representatives of Ogun-Lagos River Basin Communities Association held at journalist Rendezvous Isheri. Matthew Showome completes the report.
The challenge of perennial flooding has been a major headache for property owners in several communities around Isheri, which is being blamed on the release of water from Oyo Dam. Therefore, the essence of this town hall meeting is to address the misconception about the role of the dam, discuss some measures that could be put in place to further control the flooding. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Ogun-Osun River Basin Development Authority, Engineer Adedeji Ashiru, said the dam, which was built to control the volume of water coming from transnational rivers, has been at the center of the prevention of the communities built on the floodplain from being submerged by water.
Oyo Dam is not the cause of the flooding in Isheri. We released about 6 million cubic meter of water in June. In July, I think we moved it to about almost like 8 million in July. In August was about around 12 million in August. That 12 million was very constant till This September, 12 million every day. And there was no flooding in the Sherry. We have to leave it for Oyon Dam. There will not be flooding. But unfortunately, we have no control of the ungated tributaries, 52 of them.
Engineer Ashiru says over 52 tributaries which are not under the control of the management of the dam flow into Oyon downstream, and the construction of the another dam to control the flow of these tributaries, as well as the dredging of Ogun River, which will soon commence, are part of the ways by which the flow of the water could be controlled.
Just signed an MOU with Bansa community. They've released 1,000 hectares of land for us in Bansa for irrigation. Now, so that the water coming upstream of Oyon Dam can also be channeled through to the Bansa community for irrigation.
Chairman of the communities, Engineer Olanrewaju Falade, and the Deputy Chairman, Abayomi Akinde, thanked the management for the interface.
We went to the dam on the 15th, and when we saw what was there, we were now begging that they should not increase.
We seek sensible engagement towards solving the problem of perennial flooding of our communities.
There was an interactive session and a collaborative discussion on how to address the challenge. Matthew Shoumi, Ogtv News.
Technological input has been described as an important element to add value and promote art, culture and entertainment. Speakers at the 5th edition of Ogun Digital Summit submitted these during the gathering held at the June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi completes the report.
The much anticipated 5th edition of Ogun Digital Summit was different from the past ones, as it featured culture, art, entertainment and innovation. The summit convener, Victor Adeleye, admonished participants to make use of the opportunity to explore, network and develop crafts technologically.
We keep doing this because I've seen how this has helped people to shape how they think. I've seen how this has practically expanded people's mindset. I've seen how people get to live life like this and decide that, oh, I'm going to and I'm going to do this. So I think that one thing that's underrated currently is exposure.
Speakers at the summit discussing different topics all came to the conclusion that technology is necessary to add value to the promotion of art and culture.
So you have decided to do something in art and culture. I want you to know that you're on the right path.
I will say I wish they join hands, because putting arts, entertainment and technology together will make things better.
Together, let us leverage technology to break down barriers, amplify marginalized voices, protect our planet, elevate human potential. You can see someone is number one at something, but there's so many number ones that we've forgotten. They were number ones, maybe number 10, number 12, number 15. Now they're not number one anymore. And it just goes to show that you are not the final consumer of the talent.
Chief of Staff of Grazier Technologies Limited, Shola Oteshile, while dissecting the theme for the summit, Innovation Pathway to the Nation's Prosperity, employed participants to infuse technology with other sectors for the development of the country.
What the Digital Summit is trying to do this year is to marry technology with our culture. We want to let you know that yes, you have made all technical skills. What can you do to take it beyond learning?
There were panelist sessions where experts shared from their wealth of experiences with the participants. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi, Ogtv News.
A total of 186 students who have excelled in character and learning were released to the world as Christian University Abeokuta held its 6th graduation for the 2023-2024 academic session. 25 of this number made first class, while 18 were awarded by the Board of Trustees as Best Graduating Student. At the convocation, the Vice-Chancellor of Christian University, Professor Chinedum Peace Babalola, noted that the graduates are a product of functional education, which has equipped them to be locally relevant and globally acknowledged. Nkem Ago witnessed the ceremony and our report.
A gathering of academics, royal fathers, top government officials and notable dignitaries from various walks of life at the auditorium, Christian University, Abeokuta, for the 6th convocation ceremony, as a total number of 186 students were churned out with 25 first-class students from various fields. In a convocation lecture titled Regional System and Youth Development, Engineer Umar Buba Bindri champed on the need for improved foundational literacy and numeracy, which are key to building a solid educational system.
We are yet to realize that to achieve all these good things, everything firmly depends on the quality, vibrance, connectivity, and efficiency of our human capital and also knowledge, based on fantastic research, evolution of technology, and then using it to innovate as an ecosystem.
Vice-Chancellor of Christian University, Professor Chinedum Peace Babalola, highlighted the rapid improvement made by the institution in its 9-year sojourn, which include not limited to the academic programs, students' development, alumni relations, strategic partnerships, among the other landmarks achievements, while expressing gratitude to both academic and non-academic staffs, as well as parents of the graduates for their unwavering support and trust in the citadel of learning.
Christian University's excellence extends to international standards, as demonstrated by our 100% pass rate in the EC Council exams by cybersecurity, an internationally recognized examination. This achievement reflects our commitment to equipping students with skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in today's rapidly evolving digital space.
Graduates said though the journey was not easy, they are happy it's turned out a success in the long run.
I started here 4 years ago in 2020, and it was a really long journey and it was really hard, but I thank God for helping me, for surrounding me with good people, amazing lecturers, good friends, and yes, it was an amazing journey.
I'm so happy to be one of the graduates here. I graduated with software engineering, BSc, science, 2nd class.
Goodwill messages were received from other higher institutions of learning as graduates were led to receive the Chancellor's handshake. Nkem Agu, Ogtv News.
Over 100 persons have benefited from a free medical outreach organized by the Nigerian Medical Association Ogun State Branch, an offer of services to support the health and well-being of elderly individuals and young ones dealing with different health challenges. The chairman, Nigerian Medical Association Ogun State Branch, Dr. Lukman Ogunjimi, said the outreach is committed to making a difference in the community by actively involved in awareness of neurological disorders and promoting education on prevention, early detection and intervention. The medical outreach is part of the 2024 Physician Week. And as we wrap up the news, we'd like to remind you that don't count the days, make the days count. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and on YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta. You can also watch us live on Ogtv website at www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogtv, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And that's the news at 2 minutes. Thanks for joining. Good afternoon once again.